crying to people I barely know. Please tell him to unblock us. He's destroying us. Make him stop. Tell him I'm sorry. Please. Just one chance. Okay, so I've never posted here before. I usually just lurk BC. Most stories seem fake as hell. But in GL after today, I kind of get why people do this. Like there's nowhere else to put all this. I'm still shaking a bit. TBH, so if this comes out messy, sorry. Also on mobile, so you get my raw typing. Whatever. So background. I'm Mark, 27. I got a brother, Gustavo, 29, and I live with my girlfriend, Lena, 26, in this apartment I picked out last year. It's not fancy or anything, but it's got a weird little balcony. Sometimes I work on my bike out there, which is cool. Anyway, Lena moved in around March. We've been together a few years. Gustavo's got his own place like 20 minutes away, but he drops by pretty often, probably too often, sometimes unannounced. My mom says that's just how family is, but I think she just doesn't want to pick sides when Gustavo and I get into it. Anyway, today was already dumb. I had to run like 5 errands after work, plus the grocery store was packed, and then the bag handles basically chewed up my hands. BC, I forgot my canvas once. So, I'm coming up the stairs juggling bags, and my phone's blowing up from some group chat. Not relevant, but it was annoying. And I get to my floor, and something just feels weird. Not like horror movie weird. Just, I don't know, like the doors not closed all the way. You know that little gap where you can see the light inside? Also, music's playing, but it's not my playlist. Whatever. I go to push the door open, and I stop BC. I hear voices. I know it's Gustavo and Lena, which is odd. I didn't even know he was coming over, and I've never seen them hang out alone. I'm standing there thinking maybe I should just go in, but then I actually hear what they're saying. They're not quiet. Gustavo is like saying all this stuff about how Lena's wasting her time and energy on a joke, which I guess is me. LOL. And she should just drop me. And then he gets all gross, saying he'll show her what she's been missing. Lena laughs, not just polite, haha, like actually laughs. And she says she's been done with me and just waiting for the right moment. So I just stand there holding 2 bags, milk leaking through one BC, of course, and I just don't move. I think I was expecting them to stop or notice me or something, but they keep talking. They start talking about my stuff too. Like who will get what. Gustavo jokes about taking my bike if I won't need it anymore. Lena says she'll probably have to block me BC. I'll get dramatic. I almost laughed at that. TBH BC. That's exactly what she always says when she's upset. Calls me dramatic. Like I'm the problem. I'm not going to pretend I'm some stoic dude who's above it all. I got a temper. And Gustavo's always pushed my buttons. Like he's been competitive with me since we were kids. I think he hates that I got out of our parents' house first and that I did it on my own. He still borrows money from them, or me sometimes. Lena's been off with me lately, but I just thought it was stress or maybe she was annoyed. I'm always fixing stuff around the house instead of going out. I even asked her last week if things were cool, and she just rolled her eyes and said I was being paranoid. I'm outside the door for maybe 5 minutes. Felt like an hour, just listening. At one point, Gustavo says he's tired of watching Mark walk around like he owns everything. And it's time for a change. He's always been like that. He's not dumb. He just thinks he deserves more than he gets. I guess I can't count how many times our moms told him to be more like, and I know that pissed him off. So, I guess him going after Lena is his way of getting one up on me. Ick. Lena's got her own thing, too. I know her last relationship ended with her cheating. She said it was BC, her ex, was controlling. I didn't really think about it much. I finally just put the bags down outside the door. I didn't even want to see them. Not yet. I went back down the stairs. Didn't even text. Just walked around the block a couple times. Called my friend Harlow, but didn't say anything about it. Just talked about some meme he sent me last night. I was shaking a bit. Dropped my phone at one point. I just needed time to think. I kept going over what I heard. And the more I thought about it, the less surprised I was. It's like all these little things added up. Lena always defending Gustavo when we fought. Gustavo sending her TikToks and memes acting like it was no big deal. Stuff disappearing from the kitchen and both of them blaming each other or me. I waited an hour, maybe a bit more. Then I went back up, picked up my groceries, and went in like nothing happened. Gustavo was on the couch. Lena was in the kitchen, both acting weirdly normal. She was on her phone. He was half watching some show. I dropped the bags a little harder than I meant to, and Gustavo looked at me like he was about to say something and then didn't. Lena barely looked up. I said something like, "Hope you didn't eat all my leftovers." And Gustavo smirks, but doesn't say anything. It was tense, but not in a way they'd notice unless they were looking for. The rest of the night was just off. Gustavo left after like 30 minutes. Lena said she was tired and went to bed early. I stayed up just scrolling Reddit and thinking through everything. I kept expecting her to ask what was wrong, but she didn't. I think she thought I was mad about something stupid, like the groceries or the mess in the kitchen. So yeah, I didn't blow up. I didn't confront them. I just smiled and acted normal, but I've got a plan. I'm not exactly the forgiving type. And TBH, I'm sick of being the guy who gets stepped on because family. I'm not letting this slide. I'll update if people want to know what happens next, but I'll say this. I'm not just going to walk away and let them laugh about it. Not happening. Update 1. Okay, so weird update. I wasn't actually sure it was going to come back and post, but now my brain is kind of fried. And after the DMs from last time, maybe I just want to see if anyone else is as mad as I am. This is going to be messy. Still not sleeping right. So, after the whole groceries incident, if you didn't read part 1, just scroll. I'm not explaining all that again. I played it chill. Not friendly, just normal. I didn't say anything. I needed time to figure out what I actually wanted to do, not just blow up and give them something to twist back on. And I wanted to see if they'd slip up or if I was just losing it. TBH, I kept second-guessing if I heard it right. But the way they acted after, stuff started getting weird pretty much immediately. Lena barely talked to me that night. Just scrolled on her phone and said she had a headache. Classic. Gustavo texted me the next morning like nothing had happened. Something about borrowing my charger. And I just replied, sure, whatever. I didn't even want to see him,